Without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face, instantly obliterating the man's head. The men began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells.
What?
And for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight, in an instant, his grip gave way. The barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with
So I typed in most painful deaths, but this one came up. This was his most painful deaths thing.
the barbell incident. It was the early hours of a Tuesday morning in St. Charles, Missouri. The gym was entirely silent, and it was the kind of silent that only came when the world outside was asleep.
Listen, if you guys die in the gym, yeah, I know a machine will kill me, bro. Listen, I know a machine will kill me inside the gym, bro. And it's gonna be what's it called? This talking hat is low key tough. Me? You talking me? You talking about me or the guy in the game?
50 a.m., a young 23-year-old woman would be the only one in the gym finishing what should have been just another workout. She was a paramedic, the kind of person used to helping people, saving lives, and bringing the injured to safety. The woman would step into a Smith machine and rack weight onto its barbell.
This machine is not you, the YouTuber, okay, man. This machine, this machine is so sketchy, bro. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even work, bro. You might as well go free weight. Don't ever use this machine.
And then she began squatting it. The only issue was that the weight was too much for her. In the middle of her set, she began struggling. She tried hard to re-rack the weight, but no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up. Then, in an instant, her legs gave out. She lost balance and the heavy bar dropped with no spotter to catch it.
Why are you going to failure when you have no spotter, bro? On a machine like that. You go by fat as bar to smash you while having a bigger... Yeah, I can't lie. Because, I can go under the bar, bro. I can go... That actually happened. But mine was right. Because I can low-key go under the bar because, you know what I mean? So, if you get crushed by the bar, you're kind of fat, bro.
But no matter how hard she pushed, the bar wouldn't go up. Then, in an instant, her legs gave out. She lost balance and the heavy bar dropped with no spotter to catch it. The machine pinned her down, trapping her beneath the crushing weight. And unfortunately, since she was the only one in the gym, nobody was around to hear or see her struggle. For nearly half an hour, she laid pinned and crushed under the pressure of the weight before another gym member finally walked in and found her. But by then, it was already too late. The member tried to help and called 911, but by the time paramedics arrived, they couldn't do anything for her. Her co-workers at the Christian hospital...
No, gym stuff. No. It was a 24-hour gym, so she went to the gym at 2:30 a.m. No gym stuff.
Remembered her as vibrant, full of energy, and always lighting up the room with her smile. But that promise, that brightness, was extinguished in a freak accident that lasted only seconds. Even in a place meant for health and strength, danger can hide in plain sight. If you're lifting heavy weights, always remember to bring a partner. There's been a number of times where I've gotten trapped underneath weight without a spotter, but I was fortunate enough to have friendly passerbys help me.
Okay, this happened to me. Oh yeah, I found it.
Bro almost dies on a Smith machine.
Okay. It's the same machine as well. Hey, on the Smith machine is the...
Okay. I'm gonna carry the boat. Yo, she carrying the boat.
Your muscles just give out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your muscles just give out.
I'm not losing that.
So, I don't blame her for dying, you know.
So even if you don't have a partner to work out with, try to work out when the gym is active and has other people in it. May this woman's soul rest in peace.
Damn, bro.
The leg press incident.
She was doing squats, I don't know.
8 years ago, in Vadodara, India, a middle-aged man walked inside of a gym for what should have been a normal workout. He moved from one exercise to another until he finally...
What do you mean I don't blame her for dying? Leg press.
Finally settled in front of the leg press machine, a piece of...
No, I avoid this machine because I always think my leg is just gonna snap. I avoid it. I don't care. Nah, skip. I avoid this machine.
Built to test and improve raw lower body strength. The man began racking weight onto the machine until it was fully loaded with plates stacked heavy on both sides. Ahmad climbed in, positioned his back against the pad, and began pressing. At first, everything seemed fine. Surprisingly, as his legs pushed the machine, the estimated 1,000 to 1,400
Have you noticed something? All the deaths are from machines, or so far. Well, there's only been 2. It's from machines, bro. Well, I'd never use machines. I always use the free stuff, except for like cables and stuff, because you need those ones.
£100, he was leg pressing actually moved. But then came the moment of truth, re-racking the load. He tried to lock the machine and began struggling. In an instant, his legs buckled. The massive weight came crashing down, snapping his left leg backwards with a sickening crack. The gym floor filled with screams as people rushed toward the mangled machine, the horror of the injury plain for everyone to see. But, by some miracle, the man survived. Nonetheless, the leg press still had done its damage. It had left him with a horrible, gruesome injury, and a lesson that would haunt him forever. Don't ego lift. It's not worth your legs.
Damn, bro. I see people unlocking their legs. Yeah, they lock their legs with max. Bro, all plates 25 maxed out. They look the legs in the sky like this. Bro, nah, bro.
Fake incident. It was the end of New Year's Eve in Wales. An aspiring musician and fitness enthusiast had completed his day and decided to finish the night off by preparing a protein shake to drink. As you could guess, this was something he had done countless times before. But this time, he would try something new, because after all, it was New Year's. His friend recommended that he add a specific powder into his shake, and excited to test it out, the man put a teaspoon of the powder into his drink, blended it, and began drinking it. And then, nothing happened. The drink was just a little bitter, and so he sent a text message to his friend complaining about its taste, but other than that, he was fine. Then the man went to sleep to end his night. Unfortunately, he wouldn't live to see the next morning. You see, the powder the man put in his protein shake was just caffeine. But it wasn't the regulated kind that you'd find in your Starbucks coffee. It was pure, raw caffeine. He only put just a teaspoon of it into his drink, which doesn't necessarily sound that bad. That is, until you realize that one of those teaspoons...
You know, pure caffeine is so strong. The guy's gonna explain it, but it's so powerful, yeah. Like, it's pretty much poison.
...was equivalent to 70 cans of Red Bull, and he just gulped it down in one sitting.
It's so strong, yeah, that like, thank God I never got into coffee. Yeah, I'm not even a coffee guy as well, bro. We got pure caffeine before GTA 6. Why even have that shit at that point? Yeah, I know, because like, they use it for, I don't even know what they use it for, but I know what it is. Like, it's just some strong...
The man shot up awake in a cold sweat. Almost immediately, his body began revolting. His heart was pounding violently, his vision became blurry, and his chest began constricting as if an anaconda was wrapped around him. He raced to the bathroom and began vomiting. His system had been overloaded with a stimulant so powerful that there was essentially nothing that could be done to stop it. Within seconds, he collapsed to the ground, hitting his head on the floor and going into cardiac arrest. Later on in the morning, his parents would find him cold on the floor and fall into a panic. They called 911 and paramedics rushed to his home, but there was nothing they could do. The cause of the tragedy was later revealed to be the simplicity of one mistake. The scoop he used to measure the caffeine powder was actually meant for protein, not for a fine, potent stimulant. This incident sparked up a huge controversy over the ethics of making something this dangerous as accessible as it was. Many argued that powders like these shouldn't be sold on shelves if such a tiny mistake could come with such a costly consequence. The death grip incident. The death grip is a risky form of holding a barbell. When you pick up the weight for bench press, instead of wrapping your thumb around the bar and securing it in place, some gym goers remove their thumbs and place them to the side.
That's what I do. I can't lie. Am I gonna die if I do this? Wait, let me move my cam. This is what I do, low key. I do it because why do I do it? Someone said dumb tech. Nah, you're gonna drop that shit on your neck. I do it because like somebody said zero ball knowledge. No, because like I used to do pull-ups. Yeah, it can slip off, bro. Yeah, I know, but like it's just the one I'm comfortable with. I used to do a lot of pull-ups. My pull-up bar is right here. I used to do a lot of pull-ups when I was starting out, yeah. But like my forearms would always get tired before my back. I needed a way to like relieve the stress off my forearms. So then someone said just rest your thumb like this. And now ever since then I just lift like that, bro. Now I need to stop, bro. Lock in and use your thumb. Yeah, I can't lie. Because if that's the case, I don't want to...
People say that this way of bench pressing helps them focus on pushing the weight more. Others claim that it makes their triceps activate. Nonetheless, it's a stylistic way of benching that is extremely dangerous. And on a Monday, at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa, a 22-year-old student at Iowa State University would find this out the hard way. The weights clanged, the music thumped, and lifters pushed themselves through the grind. For this young man, the bench press was just another part of his normal routine. It was something that he had done countless times before. That day, he made sure to fully load the bar to 315 pounds in an attempt to beat his PR max.
315 pounds, that's like, how much is that? That's like 150 kg, around there, 140, I don't know. Damn, bro.
With the plates 3 on each side, this was the kind of weight
That's
that
too
demands
much.
respect. The man laid back and gripped
That's
the bar.
too much.
But in order to really focus on doing his absolute best in this bench press, he switched his normal grip to a death grip, then unracked it. He took a deep breath, and for a moment, everything seemed normal. But before he could even attempt to bench the weight, in an instant, his grip gave way. The barbell slipped from his hands. The full 315 pounds came crashing down across his jaw, neck, and chest with
Why is the anime? Not the animator, bro. The animator. Look at me drawing like this. No, he's drawing like this. Yo, why is the anime like this, bro? Is the anime like,
unstoppable
bro?
force. The sound echoed through the gym as lifters rushed toward him. Massive internal injuries were already done. His spotter and bystanders fought to pull the bar off, but the damage was irreversible. The man was rushed to the hospital, but despite everything doctors tried, he passed away from his injuries. His coach later said, "He was lifting weights, something I did with him 1,000 times."
But listen, guys, doing a PR, right, with no spotter, I don't think that's very, a PR. If it was like a normal rep, like you get to 8, 12, whatever, then cool.
Cruel truth of the bench press. It doesn't take recklessness, only a second of misfortune. I hit the gym frequently, and I won't lie, I usually find myself using a death grip whenever I'm doing bench press. But the truth is, no lift is worth your life. Always use a safe grip, have a spotter, and never gamble with 300 pounds of steel. The gym should build you up, not bury you. May this man's soul rest in peace. The dumbbell incident. It was a late evening inside a small
dumbbells, bro. I bang out dumbbells. I don't think I've never actually done the bench press, but I bang out dumbbells.
Gym in Medapalli, Telangana. The clients had finished their training, the weights were racked, and the silence was broken only by the clink of iron as a 34-year-old trainer and owner cleaned up his facility. But then, out of nowhere, the calm was shattered. 3 men walked into the facility, and for some odd reason, an argument broke about between the two parties. As the feud reached a boiling point, without warning, one of the men grabbed a heavy dumbbell and drove it into his face, instantly obliterating the man's head. The men began smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells.
What? Wait, so the one bang wasn't enough, bro. Again, I'm laughing at the animation, yeah. I'm not laughing at the actual guys. Like, rest in peace to everyone.
Obliterating the man's head. Like, the men began
why are they jumping him, bro? Like,
smashing the trainer's body with dumbbells, striking his chest again and again, with each blow being more devastating.
Nah, on the chest. Boom. Boom. Imagine that big dumbbell, 30 kg dumbbell. Boom.
And then the last. The trainer's body was left mangled on the ground, and the place that he had once built to help people improve their bodies and strength now became his final battleground. The assailants fled immediately after, but luckily they were caught by the gym's security camera as they disappeared into the night. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital, but the injuries were too severe. Doctors fought to save him, but he succumbed during treatment. Investigators believe the motive may have been personal, a suspected love affair, or twisted grudge. Something definitely not worth a human life. The tanning incident. On a quiet Friday evening, a 39-year-old Indianapolis man walked into a Planet Fitness on Hardigan Street. He checked in, went about his routine, and got ready to leave after finishing everything he needed to finish. But before he left, he decided to make a quick stop in the gym's tanning bed to give his skin a nice finish. It was quick. The man hopped into the tanning bed and was blasted by tanning lights for 10 minutes.
Listen, yeah. Okay, I thought I was going to kill him. I was like, how is that going to kill you, bro? It's just tanning lights.
Left the gym, went back home, and slept happily ever after. Except that's not what happened. You see, the man's car was left parked in the gym's lot it never left, and his family became extremely worried when he didn't return home for a day.
Oh.
One day turned into 3 days, and before you knew it, the truth finally came out. The man struggled with an addiction that I can't mention on YouTube. It's speculated that the man had consumed some of the substance before slipping into the tanning bed, and while the machine tanned his skin, he quickly realized that he had consumed too much of the illegal substance. He began convulsing while trying to escape the tanning bed, but it would be to no avail. For 3 whole days, the man would remain stuck inside with his body trapping the energy from the device's UV lights.
So the guy was inside that for 3 days, yeah. So he went to go take some drogas. He went to go take some drogas, and he got cooked. Thank God I don't need hands.
Causing him to become disfigured.
Hey!
Finally, a staff member of the Planet Fitness discovered his body locked inside of the tanning bed. He had been there since Friday, alone, silent, and hidden in plain sight. Authorities were immediately called when they found him.
Bro, it's the animation,
And by the time police
bro.
and investigators pieced it together, questions were everywhere. Why did it take so long for someone to find him? Why did no alarms go off? And was it really just the substance he consumed that caused him to become stuck in the tanning bed? His mother later confirmed he had been struggling with an addiction, but she still remembered him as the kindest person with the softest heart. The gym is where you shape yourself into the best version of who you can be. It's a place that builds not only strength, but also health and happiness. But none of that matters without safety. Safety always comes first. Train with a spotter when you can, pay attention to your muscles and joints if they warn you to slow down, and never load more weight than you're truly ready to handle. With that being said, have a happy day.
RT. Ah, bro, COVID, I know, bro. Ah.